Welcome to the 1 Million Mile Road Trip. I'm Tommy.
And I'm Meddena.
And tonight we got a great thing for y'all, which has some very interesting full RVers that are semi-full-time. And I hope you enjoy it. This is RV America. And this is
Danny and Lynn.
Yeah.
And they travel with cats and dogs.
We travel with a zoo.
Okay, so tell us your story.
So, as we said, we travel with a zoo. We travel with a dog, Bella, and 2 cats. So we know y'all travel with a few animals too.
Two dogs and 1 cat.
Yeah.
And we consider ourselves most timers.
Yeah.
Most
Because
timers.
we're on the road most of the time, but not all of the time.
4 years ago, just a few days ago, we downsized from. We kind of stumbled onto a huge house through an auction that we weren't planning on buying, but bought it and then sold it after about 10 years living there. Mm-hmm. And with that, we were able to pay off we downsized to a condo and we were able to pay that off. And we still have children there. We still have 6 grandchildren in Clarksville, Tennessee.
Okay.
And so that's why we're most timers. We go back we'll go out on the road for 2 or 3 months and go back home for about a month. And I go home to see them. They want her cooking during the holidays.
Yeah.
So
My joke is I'm the only one who can cook the turkey.
Okay. Well, I'm the one that cooks the dressing.
Yeah, I do that too.
So how do your kids feel about, y'all have got a condo they can come to, right?
Right.
Okay. So there's at least a place that they can
Yeah,
come.
and all the holidays are still at our house.
Yes,
When we're there, it's at our house.
Our son misses that. And in fact, I sent him a picture. I hit the Airstream that was sitting next to us. I took him some banana pudding, and I went back over there to pick up the thing. They said it was ready, and I came away from there and wasn't looking and hit the bar coming down. So I've got a real bad bruise right here on the top of my head. And I fell, my knees all skin up, and my son sent me a message, and he said, if you keep hurting yourself and falling, I'm taking away the keys and you're getting a house. So I think he would like for us to be in a house, but that's not what we want. And you can't live your life for your kids anymore.
No, not when they reach a certain age.
I would love to have like KYD does. They have a house in Flagstaff, and then they have bought another bungalow in Florida.
yeah.
Mm-hmm,
So you can have a house and maybe one end of the country and another, and just rent it out. But
Okay, so I have a question. What is your favorite place you've seen so far?
You want to answer that first? Or you want me to? I
Go
think
ahead.
it's the same one we've. So last year, I'll back up just for a second. On the day I retired June the 1st after 39 years with Waffle House, which anybody from the South knows Waffle House.
Amen.
And so the day I retired, I had to ask my boss, hey, do you mind if I cut out a little bit early? So, because Lynn already had a schedule to leave that day.
I was packed and ready to go.
There you go.
Ready to go.
I'm sure you get that.
Yeah.
absolutely.
So, but we took a trip and we kind of split it up because we go back home for a little bit. But we went up north to see grandkids through near Boston. But the rest of that, the second part of that trip, after we went home for a little bit, was going out Route 66.
Okay.
And so we loved that. But what we most favorite thing is once we got to Arizona, I had not been to the Grand Canyon, and I had not been to the Mighty Five. So going to Zion, this Mighty Five in southern Utah, if you've not been there, you need to schedule that because Zion, Bryce, Capitol Reef, Arches, and
Monument Valley.
well, no, that's a
Canyonland?
But Monument Valley's right there, and a couple state parks. Dead Horse is there, so there's a lot of great things to do there. But that was, I think, you still say that's yours? You said it before.
What's yours?
No.
You changed it.
I've changed it. We were in the UP this summer,
he's changed
and
it.
we went to Pictured Rock,
Uh-huh.
and that was just Or I guess it's pictured rocks.
Rocks,
Yeah, and that was just amazing.
Well, we went through there, but the boats wasn't running. It was something to do with weather or something, so that we couldn't do it. So we stayed in, I think it's Martinique or something like that. Marquette.
Yeah.
We stayed there for about a week, and we just toured the UP that way. It was beautiful, and we were right in the fall area, fall time.
That'd be nice.
But now, when we went to
the
Arizona, Grand Canyon, awesome. Sedona, great. We saw Bryce, and in fact, we left Bryce in a snowstorm on June the 2nd.
Oh my goodness.
And
We had a snowstorm October in Bryce.
right at Zion, we stayed there too. But we haven't been to the other side, Arches and Canyonland and all that yet.
But
Monument Valley.
my favorite is the Grand Tetons.
Yeah, absolutely. That's our number
we love
one.
that. Wow.
We have not RV'd there. We went a couple years
We
before
drove.
we retired. And
I said nobody can deny there's a God when you come around that curve and you see those mountains.
amen.
It is just
something else.
awesome.
Yeah. But that was, and that might be we spent 24 days in the UP and about 30 days in Michigan. So,
Yeah. But I have said every time I leave a place and I go to another place, I'm like, this is my new favorite place. You know?
Did y'all stop at Mackinac Island?
yes, we spent a couple
Didn't you
days.
love the
Nice.
smell of the fudge?
Yeah.
God.
I
It
ate
was
the
great.
fudge.
Well, now, when y'all do the Harvest Host also.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so when you were in Michigan, did you do some Harvest Host?
Well, we do Boondockers Welcome more than Harvest Host.
Okay.
See, I've never done one yet.
Not Boondockers, we haven't.
We
We
love
love
Boondockers
Boondockers
Welcome.
Welcome.
And the reason why is everybody that is a Boondockers Welcome host RVs.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just like you and I have done in the parks.
Right.
Hey, just sit down and talk for a few minutes. They're wanting to sit down and talk. Most of them want to sit down and talk. And a lot of them are older that are slowing down RVing, but they still want to have that community feel.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's
On
great.
this trip, we had one of them make us homemade pizza in their oven.
Wow.
Their, stone oven, brick oven,
Yeah,
whatever they're
yeah.
called.
Yeah.
They made us homemade pizza. We had another one that said they lived right on the lake. The view was amazing.
Oh, wow.
And they said, we're having a fish fry. Y'all just come on down and join us.
Oh,
Oh,
And
wow.
so we went down and we ate fresh fried fish that they caught right there in the
Oh,
lake
wow.
with them.
How awesome
And
is that?
Yeah.
Where was that at?
That
Which
was
one?
in
It was Wisconsin. That was three lakes, Wisconsin.
yeah. I get lost.
No.
I forget.
Have y'all done Door County?
Yes.
Yes.
We just did
We
2 weeks
love
in
Dork.
Dork.
That's
That's
right.
where we met
Yeah,
up
that's
with
right.
everybody else at. Yeah.
Yeah. We one of the things that we want to do this year is meet more people, just whether they're viewers or other YouTubers, and we got to meet up with 3 other YouTubers down in Door County. So.
And see, our goal is the subscribers that we have is if we're coming near your area, then let us
say
know,
so.
and we'll meet up with you. You know, we would like to put a face with these
Yeah,
people that
yeah.
chat with us all the
I
time.
tell you what's really great, and me and Dina both said the same thing, is we have on the back of our coach, we have our emblem, our logo, and it says 1 million mile road trip. And we have a lot of people that message us and say, hey, I just saw you in so-and-so.
And they'll
I just saw
subscribe.
you in so-and-so.
Yeah.
So that's been really good.
Well, I noticed you have it on the back of your Tovic
Right,
too, so
right.
that's and even on the windows on the side. So,
Yeah,
or at least
really.
on one side.
Yeah, the bikes in the back semi,
Yeah, but they got to
covered
pass
there,
us on
but-
one side.
Yeah, but on the other. But we have a lot of people either wave, honk their horn, or whatever.
That's neat.
You know.
We've got it on the back of the rig, but not on the back of the tow car.
It's
So
not
last
real
night when I
big,
saw
yeah.
your tow car, I said that's a good idea. Yeah,
Mhm.
because we've had people. We have a stained glass window in our
It has
rig
frogs
door,
on it, and it's very unique.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
and when a light's on, it shines. But someone has,
We were crossing an overpass, and someone took a picture that was going underneath the overpass and put it on Instagram and said, I spy RV America.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I love that. I love it
great
when they,
idea.
and you know what, I always tell them, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to let us know that you saw us. It was awesome. You know, I mean, I try to be, because, I mean, they don't have to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they
I've
can.
even had truckers come up at truck stop and say, I saw you at so-and-so, or...
The biggest question we get is, so how many miles are you on
they see us in the car.
yeah. How many miles have you got on it?
They think the car is what we're doing that. I said, well, it's not quite. I said, we've been to, and we've got our map just updated out there of all the states we've been to. And the way we do the map, we're kind of in opposite discussions a lot of it. If I visit somewhere inside the state and say I go out to the Black Hills and we decide to drive the Black Hills or see Mount Rushmore or something, I put it down we've been there because we visited.
We didn't
the
spend the
state.
night.
Yeah.
But some people say, no, you got to spend the night.
So I told him we're going to get another map and put it on the side, and we're going to have to spend a month in that state before we can put the because that way you really get to see.
Yeah, we've started doing that, is staying longer in one spot to see what's all around that.
Right.
Okay,
place.
another question. What apps do you think are a must for RVers?
Well,
The weather app.
yeah, I think Weather Highway is a good one. If you're going from point A to point B and you want to see what the weather, it tells you the weather as you're going down the road. So that's one we suggest. We got a video on that. And then, you cannot beat Boondocker's Welcome and Harvest Host to save you money. We started using it as saving money from point A to point B. If we're going on a 10-hour ride, we might split it up a couple of times and put a couple of Boondocker's Welcome or Harvest Host there. And then, of course, you're going to need something like RV Life if you don't have Rand McNally, or if you don't have Garmin RV GPS. If you don't have a dedicated GPS for RVs, and you might want to get RV Life, which you put in your height and your length.
So what's the most stressful thing that's happened on the road?
She'll tell this one about speaking of height. We were going down.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. We were going through New York, and I was driving, and we were upstate New York, and
We wanted to go along.
we didn't want to stay on the main highway. We were off on side roads.
It was a U.S. highway, but it was right
It was
there.
a 4-lane highway, and then all of a sudden
Near
in
the
front
Great
of me, I saw this sign, 11-foot bridge, and I was like, and I slammed on the brakes, and because I jerked off to the side, I was like, but before I did that, I was like, Danny, can we fit under an 11-foot bridge? No, we can't.
Sometimes I get back there editing and stuff. So.
But it was an 11-foot bridge on that road?
It was something stupid, yeah.
Wow.
And so we had to back up. We didn't have a tow car with us at that time. Yeah, but we had to back up and then get off at that exit, which that exit was another highway. So then it sent us a completely different direction than
We
what
probably
we had
could have went
planned
around.
on going.
But we were almost to our stay.
And that is stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got out and got behind me because it was a 4-lane,
Yeah.
pretty busy.
Well, that's one thing with that. You was talking about RV Life. I do have that app, but it's weird because we were thought about going out to North Dakota rather than come over here. We were just going to go out to North Dakota and see what the weather was, maybe go up to Glacier.
Try to hit
And
70 degrees.
Try to hit 70 degrees.
Not happening.
Everything's, But that on that app, it showed us on an interstate that they had some places that were like 13 feet.
And I thought there was some that were 10.
Some of them, and I'm saying,
Can't
this
go-
can't be right.
you can't go
because
And
state law, this is on 90, I
Isn't it
think.
federal?
Federal law says it has to be 16 feet on the interstate.
Yeah.
15 or 16 feet.
So
And so I don't know what this was. I don't know if it just got something was confused on the app,
Right.
but I even went online and said, hey, I'm seeing this on this map. I don't know if it's picking up the road under, how sometimes
Right.
the road would be right next door to it or have places. I don't know. It was the weirdest thing.
There is. I can now remember the website, but you can go and low bridges in such and such state. You can do
Right.
that. If if you ever have that.
Well, we actually have one of those. It's like a map book, and it's for commercial trucking.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it shows everywhere.
I need to get that. Yeah.
Okay, so have you ever had any instance in which you were scared on the road, camping on the road or anything?
I don't think so. We haven't,
No, I haven't.
You hear stories once in a while, but no.
Well,
we haven't
stayed
either.
at a campground that wasn't a campground, and on this trip we were like pulled into it.
We've had some where what have we got ourselves into?
Yeah.
Moments for a few seconds. The one, it was a campground that was actually on Boondockers Welcome that was a no longer. Yeah. No longer.
When the camera's off.
Campground. Yeah.
Yeah, no longer a campground. So when we first pulled up, we were thinking, oh, what have we got ourselves into?
Yeah.
But it turned out to be a great, and we met.
Yeah, we would totally go back there.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question. Where is your next adventure? Do you know? Are you like us?
Yeah, we do
No.
know.
Oh,
That's thunder.
that is thunder.
We've just finished up 2 months where we spent 34 days in Michigan, and we did Door County, and we're heading back home to see the kids, and we've got a baby shower coming up, and so then we're gonna go see
Great grandbaby.
Yeah, we're gonna go see
great grandchildren.
We're going to Texas.
Mhm.
We've joined something called Sojourners, which is a group of RVers that are members of the Church of Christ, and they have a group called Sojourners, and they'll go around and help small churches or children's home or.
And we're so excited because we've got our very first thing that we're going to go help with, and it's a children's home in Arkansas. And so when we head back out in December, we're going to head straight over there and do that.
Yeah,
So you're going to be in Clarksville till December?
We'll be there for about 4 weeks.
There's another thing too called Christian RVers do the same thing.
Yeah,
but also, we've thought about even maybe following these like with the Billy Graham's thing where they have the Samaritan's Purse where they go out and work like different things.
Yeah.
There's so many volunteer things out there, but you got to be, some of them are very, just like you join that, you're going to be a part of the organizational type thing.
Yeah.
They'll tell you what to do and where to do it.
Right.
A lot of this other stuff is kind of,
See, I'd be all about the kids stuff.
I've got a friend that is like one of the, I guess he's like a district guy for Samaritan's Purse, and he goes when there's a disaster. I'm surprised he may be right now in Kentucky. I don't know.
Right. But we'll do 2 sessions a year that you have to do to just be a member of it. And,
2 2-week
it's
sessions.
also a win-win. We're doing it more to help people, but it also gives us, if we ever want to stay at a church, they'll have full hookups, or at least electric and water all across the United States, so they got a list.
Oh, that's
And our
awesome.
friend's church in Mobile, where it's not his church, but where
preaches there.
Larry preaches, he's told us, he said, y'all can come hook up the church, stay at the church,
Well,
especially if we get a little
that
bigger
Harvest
rig.
Host now is doing that with a lot of churches. Now they don't have hookups, but a lot of churches, I've noticed Nazarene and a bunch of others.
Right.
We signed
that
our
are
church
doing
up in
that.
Tennessee.
Yeah, I think that's great
Barker's
because
Mill.
it
If y'all
does.
ever come through there, come visit with us.
That is
We're a little
awesome.
electric, so it is hot in Tennessee right
Yeah,
now.
and it's hot in Tennessee
Yeah.
right now, but it's a place to stay.
Yeah,
And she did
absolutely.
talk to someone with Harvest Host, and they said they were adding, that was the fastest growing segment.
Good.
Yeah, when I talked to them.
And
But our
I,
parking lot is small, and you probably, I don't know that you could get this rig in it to turn it around.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got a field back there, but I've not walked it, so we
I've
need
not
to do
walked
that
it,
one.
so we don't know.
Yeah. We, our church down in Orange Beach, Gulf Shores, the church we were at when we left there, they had put up some stuff in the back for but now they're no longer a church, so I don't know. So, okay.
Well, we appreciate y'all talking to us about this, and
A lot of fun.
I encourage you now to please go over to their channel, subscribe, and follow them on their journeys.
And we'll put their little emblem up so you'll get to see. I saw the flag out in front of their campsite, and I was like, hey, I know those people. And so I went back, and she knew us. They had watched some of ours. So it was neat to run into some now new friends that we hope to.
That's the best thing about this life.
that
is meeting other people, you know, really.
Don't wanna play games out with the moves. Don't wanna meditate, girl. With you it's hard. Fill in the blanks, text me back, throw me a kiss instead of them tricks.